we should start our session. Today is the 4th of September 2021. Today's topic, interrelation between physical body, mind and soul. This topic actually a little bit of recapitulation, and for those who join new, for them for the understanding, so that when we talk about something, soul, and we differentiate different states of mind, then we can correlate with all these things. So initially I will present a few slides and I will explain simultaneously. So it will be clear that what we are talking. Then we'll go into the question answer session and the detail of understanding. So this is why it is planned to discuss on this issue, and so that we are all in the same plane, understanding wise, or over the period of time when we grow into spirituality, the different meanings of all this comes up. So even if some of you has attended earlier workshops and these courses on this, and you saw this, but again, it will be an opportunity to review that. And if you have any further understanding comes up, then we can discuss it. So that is the purpose. So I have chosen this topic for today. So what I will do is I will go into those slides first, and I will explain one by one, then go into further detailed explanation on that one. So it is important to understand this interrelation between the physical body, mind, and soul from the spiritual perspective. It is not necessarily what is a common understanding is. That is why we need to know exactly what we meant by that. And the clear understanding will lead us to that higher level of spiritual growth, and then accordingly we can move forward. So let me just start sharing these slides. But there are a few tables there. It is not a visual, but just I will explain with vis-a-vis when the table is displayed. So let us start with that one. People are joining. Let us wait for one more minute so that I can allow them in. Okay. Pranam Jayashri ji.
Pranam.
Welcome, Hari Om. All right. So I request all of you to put microphone in mute mode. I'm going to present. Can you see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. See, we are much more than a physical body with a mind. So this is the understanding. We have higher bodies. So-called me is not limited to this physical body alone. So what we have the 7-body system, and they are, first one is called physical body. In this, in Sanskrit, it's called Annamaya Kosha. And then the second one, the etheric body, energy body, or we can see them as an aura. So if you raise your vibration, we can see the aura of people. So that is this energy, etheric body and aura. Second is emotional or astral body. So that is the third body. And then go to the next, fourth one is a mental or knowledge body. This knowledge is not the things we gather from the external world, it is that knowledge we download from the universe, like universal knowledge or Brahma Gyan. Some more people are joining. Let's just wait.
Pranam.
Okay, Pranam. Can you see my slide?
Yes.
Okay. So this fifth body is a causal or karmic body. And this is where all the karma things are stored. This is this in higher level. So one moment. Narvekar, can you mute your microphone, Narvekar? Oh, thank you. So next is the cosmic or consciousness or spiritual body. So that is the sixth one. Here, this body, the oneness is felt in this body. And seven bodies, it's not a body or it's not a layer. It is a nirvanic body or divine body when it is the whole identity of the soul is merged with the universal consciousness. So that is called the nirvana. So this is the final stage. So we experience first through the physical body, and then all these bodies are active during that state. But normally, we cannot access this unless until we quieten our mind. If the mind is in the physical body, if it is not quietened, then we'll not have access to these higher bodies. So that is why we practice this meditation to get in touch with that. And in our 6-step meditation, when we practice, we cross all these things, and final stage, the expanded awareness state, we come to this level, this cosmic consciousness spiritual level, where we can experience that oneness with the divine. And on the process, we can also see the causal body or karmic body. We can get this our karmic files and what are the things, our past lives, everything is available here. When all this karmic thing body is cleaned, that body is called bliss body. So all these masters, they have a bliss body. There's no karma left there. It's a clean and glowing body. So, and this is how the 7 body systems we have. So that means human body is not limited to physical body with a mind. It is actually the package of all 4, and individually they have their own role there. So looking at the 7 body system, I often, people ask me that where is the soul then? Where this is no soul here. So soul actually, in my direct experience, is that it is a package of 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th body. This is collectively, it is called soul. Means we call it soul. So emotional body, mental body, causal body, where the karmic things are there, and the cosmic, the consciousness, spiritual body. These package is called soul. Why this package is called soul? Because at the time of death, only this first 2 body get dissolved. The physical body goes to the 5 elements. The etheric energy body goes to stays there 11 to 13 days, then goes back to the energy pool of sun. And then rest of these bodies are there. So the emotional, mental, causal, cosmic there. So collectively, what you see, this pink color box, this is collectively, we call it as a soul. Let me allow a few more people are trying to join. Okay, so can you see the slide with the pink color box and 7
Yes,
body?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now so when the person, often we get a question, when a person dies, where they go? They just go into the higher plane, we call astral plane, or it is also in Hinduism, they call it Pitruloka. So that is a minimum. Then there is all higher planes are there. That's a different subject. So let us not trouble our intellect too much in the which are the level, which are the sub level, and who can enter when and where. So don't bother about that. Just you consider they go to the higher plane. Energetically they exist, but physically they don't. So they have when you drop the physical body is the grossest of all. It needs a lot of energy to manifest, to move, and to get things done. But when you drop the physical body, you get a lot of flexibilities. You get in this level there is no time and space, so you can instantly manifest everywhere or anywhere you like to go. And that body sometimes we seen as an orb. They appear like that. It can be captured in the digital camera. It is a transparent globe sort of thing. So, and we have found many photographs we have taken earlier. I showed. So this is one area we are meditating, and these are the orbs. So you can see the white color round shaped shades there. Yeah. Here, here, here. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
sir.
while presenting, I cannot see your video. That's why verbally just let me know. So and so forth. Then we had in the Muscat, we had some Guruji has a program and then this the orbs, and here is a Narvekar who is in this our session today. And so these are the very light color. This light shade we may not see properly. There are a lot of orbs here. Then here I'm just blessing one bride of my brother-in-law's wife, and there are some orbs behind me, or there are some orbs you can see in front of the TV screen as well. Anyway, so that is
Yes,
not
sir. It can be seen.
it's not the main issue, and it is that I'm just explaining how it looks like. There is a 7-body system. So here by now, everybody is clear what is soul. Remember this. This is the pink color border, like emotional body, mental body, causal body, and cosmic body. This package will refer as a soul or soul consciousness. It has got an individual identity. It is with us in the lifetime after lifetime. So it doesn't. So all the experiences, they go into this bodies. We gather our knowledge and experience that's stored here. And causal means the cause of everything. Where the new life is formed, from here they design the new life, which to reduce the karmic burden or settle the karmic accounts. So that is what the soul plans the next incarnation. When the next incarnation happens, the new energy body and physical body is formed, and the person takes birth again. So that's how it plays. Now let me go to the mind level. Okay, this is the different states of mind is explained here. So if you say it is 2x2 table, so the top one, the heading of top, the columns are knowledge of I. Who am I? What I am doing? This, if I know it, that is called knowledge of I. And the heading of second column is knowledge of I is yes, means it's there. And second column is knowledge of I is no, it is not there. Means I don't know. Who am I? Now this row column is 2 by 2 table. The row column is, if you have the knowledge of surroundings, if the answer is yes, then this is the first row. And if the knowledge of surroundings is no, then this is the second row. So just I repeat here, column 2 by 2 table, column, first column title is knowledge of I is there, yes. And second column represents knowledge of I is not there, so it is no. Row title, first row title, knowledge of surroundings is yes, then that is the first row, and knowledge of surrounding is no, that is the second row. Now let us come to each quadrant, each boxes of the table and see where it is. So first column, first row, this is knowledge of I, yes, I know who am I, and knowledge of surrounding, where I am sitting, what is the temperature of the AC, and who is with me, all these things, what I am doing. So say currently you are listening to this session. So from your mobile or laptop, that's what you're doing. So you're aware who you are, what is your name, and also what is your surrounding, what you're doing. So this particular state of mind is called awake state of mind. So you are awake and it is operated by the conscious mind. And that is a state of mind is conscious mind. And in Sanskrit, it is known as Jagrut Avastha. So all of you currently you are in Jagrut Avastha. So that is, you are in this first quadrant of this table. Now let us go to the second one, which is a first column, second row. So this is when we sleep, we dream. So that it is called dream state as per the mind, and it is primarily operated by the subconscious mind. And it is in Sanskrit known as Swapnavastha. Now let us come to the second row and second column, the lowermost corner, that box. When we, in the sleep state, when we go to the deep sleep, then we don't dream. Subconscious mind also is the silent there, and we don't have any recall, the memory of that particular thing. So this is called deep sleep, or if somebody goes into coma, they go into this state. And here we call it as an unconscious mind. So there cannot be any recollection of that. And it is in Sanskrit known as Shushuptavastha. Why I explain these three, because all of us, during our day-to-day course and when we sleep, we go through all these three stages every day. Like awake state, when we are awake, when we are sleeping but dreaming, that is the subconscious mind operated state, so conscious, subconscious. And when we go into deep sleep, invariably during some portion of the time we go into deep sleep. The doctors can measure, when they measure the sleep, then they found that during dream state, people do some rapid eye movement, REM they call, that can be recorded. When REM is happening, that time the person is dreaming. During the same sleep, when the REM stops, they go into deep sleep. So that is the second stage here, and this is the representation of unconscious mind. So these three states, Jagrut Avastha, Swapna Avastha, Susupta Avastha, all three states, all of us, we do every day. This fourth state, it is in the first row and second column. Means knowledge of surrounding is there, but knowledge of I is not there. Okay, let me first go back to the Swapna Avastha, dream state. Knowledge of knowledge of I is there, means who you are. In the dream, you know which character you are, but knowledge of surrounding is no. When you're sleeping, you don't know where you are sleeping, which is the color of your wall, and what temperature of the AC is. During sleep, you don't know. So that's why it come into this category. And of course, the deep sleep, nothing. You don't know who you are, neither you are aware of the surroundings. So that is a deep sleep, or this state, unconscious mind. So now let me come back to this. This fourth state is knowledge of surrounding is yes, which is in the first row, but the second column. So this is a top right box. So here, this actually, normally we don't come across. Normal people, they don't come across this state. We can only achieve this state by meditation. When our mind is silenced, then mind is silenced, then what happens is at one point of time, our ego drops. So that time you don't know who you are. Okay. But at the same time, you are fully aware of your surroundings. You can listen to any sound. You can feel the temperature. You can feel the air on your screen. What we do in the sixth step, you remember, those are the things we can do. So we are fully aware of our surroundings. Even at this stage during meditation, it can go louder. Even a minor sound happens, it amplifies. It comes very loudly because we are very much attentive, and this high alert state, that all the external inputs even go higher. But the identity is lost, the ego mind gets dropped, and that time we merged into the divinity. We don't associate ourselves with the lower I or the physical identity that we have. And this is a meditative state, and in Sanskrit it is known as Turiyavastha. And this particular state is operated by superconscious mind. Superconscious mind is background of everything. All spiritual experiences happen in the superconscious mind state. This conscious, subconscious, unconscious mind, it is not possible to have that kind of experience when the mind is still chattering or something. It's not possible. So when the stillness of mind is achieved, mind is silenced, through deep meditation, we touch upon the superconscious mind, which is a background of everything. Then we have all those kind of experiences, and we go in this state only, we go into this higher bodies. We go into this access to higher bodies at this state. Otherwise, we cannot have the experience of these bodies. If we are in awake, or if the mind is still working and injecting thoughts in our mind. So now this is our topic today, the interrelation between mind, body, and soul. So I have explained what is soul. I have explained what are the states of mind. So here is a summary of what each and every mind, body, and soul does at each stage. First state of mind, when the mind is awake, our body is active. We are working, talking, eating, or whatever. The mind, body is active. And that time the soul is in witness mode. It just observes. It doesn't interfere. We have a free will contract with the soul. So any kind of activity, any kind of thinking, any kind of decision you take, soul is not involved there. They are simply witnessing. Second stage, which is a dreaming state, or a swapnavastha, our physical state of the body is sleeping. Again, soul is in the witness state. Some people think that during dream we interact with soul. We know that's not the right understanding. This dream comes from our subconscious mind, this subconscious mind, and where the soul operates in this superconscious mind. So it is not the same. Subconscious mind, whatever stored in your memory or past experiences or anything you are thinking about it, those subconscious mind get released during the dream, and that comes with the dream. So to make it clear, dream is not a spiritual experiences. dream can be your mind construct. So whatever you are receiving the dream, that is not spiritual. Of course, there are some cases happen where dream has been used to convey some messages, but those are rare. Those are not common. Like you are doing daydreaming or thinking about something, and dreaming is almost similar. So it's operated by your conscious or subconscious mind. So it is not the spiritual experiences we are talking here. Now when we go to the third state of mind, which is unconscious state, susupta avastha, it is, and body is still sleeping. It is in deep sleep state. Body is sleeping. Listen very carefully. This is the time soul gets active, because the body is no longer conscious, neither it is working anything. Soul leaves our body and it goes into the higher dimension and it does its job. Meet with different thing, get something to heal the body, or maybe our departed souls, we can meet with them and things like that. So this soul then leaves the body. So it happens for everybody. It is not for the masters. All of your soul leaves your physical body when it is in the deep sleep. And higher dimension, there is no time and space. So don't think to travel something or visit some of your past birth or meet with somebody. They take a very long time. It can be done instantly in our time. Even if there is a 10 minutes of deep sleep, they can cover 50, 60 jobs and come back. So that much fast it is in our time, concept-wise. I'm just giving you the concept. But of course, there are case by case things happen. So some of the things can take more time, etc. So then again, when we start dreaming or trying to get up instantly, the soul comes back and then it enters the body and then we get up. So this is that. So soul becomes active at that state. So now what happens is, when we are active, soul is not active. But when we are inactive, then soul gets active. And this is the main reason most of the people that they never get chance to interact with their soul. They don't know what is the soul's plan is, what the soul is advising them, or what is the way their life should be, because they are fully controlled by their ego mind and they operate. Most of the people live their full life without any interaction with their soul. It is quite possible. And that's how, because these three states everybody undergoes every day. So this is how we operate. So our spiritual journey starts when we start getting into this fourth zone, where we go through meditation. If we can silence our mind, go into the Turiya state, our body is meditating. This is the time we can actually interact with your soul. Interact means two-way communication. We'll ask some question to our soul and soul will answer it and we'll understand it, what is the answer. That is the interactive mode. Means if you say the prayer and all these things, sending request is possible here. That is one-way communication, like sending a text message. But this interactive means it is a phone call, like you are talking and you are getting the response instantly. So this is the interactive state, and that is come into during this Turiya state. So that is how we interact with our soul, and this is the interrelation between mind, body, and soul. I will stop sharing here. So you can see me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I have stopped the presentation. You have seen the last slide of the presentation, right? The mind, body, soul. Okay, very good. Okay, I'll stop here for some time and then go for further discussion. But during whatever I presented, anybody has any question, you can ask me now before we go to the further discussion on these issues.
Rajdeep, what is the significance of those orbs?
Orbs are just the souls without their physical body. They are departed souls, or they can be ascended masters. Maybe a few thousand years they didn't born here on planet Earth. They can come as orb. So that is a higher bodies without physical body.
Oh, Guruji, may I ask one thing? After my day, after 13 days of my day, what happened to my soul? Do I become like that?
Yes, you become like that. But after 13 days, what happens that your energy body, that get
Yeah.
disseminated into the energy pool of the sun. It doesn't go back to the sun, but Earth, we have the energy pool. Means everything on the Earth is coming from the sun, no? Energy. What we eat, all our physical energy is all coming from sun. No? Earth itself has been formed out of the sun. In the geography, we read that one fireball came out and cooled down and formed Earth, something like that. So there is an energy pool available on Earth, which originally came from sun. So we merge into second body, merge into that energy pool.
But I want to ask you one thing, that in that state, do I remember anything before about my past life and all that, or nothing?
No. When you shed your lower body, you go to the soul consciousness. So mind is no longer there. So you get access to all this, your past lives, everything. Yes.
Yeah.
But first 11 to 17 days, what happens is 11 to 13 days. What happens? The second body is there, and it has got all this. They are.
And what happened?
Sorry.
No, I mean to say what happened. No, I am asking you what happened between first to 13 days.
Yeah, I'm explaining that. Okay. During first to that 13 days, people, the physical body, maybe it is burned, or it is, put it into grave or something. Yeah, it will go back to the 5 elements ultimately. Put it in water, whatever, birds eat it, whatever the thing is. But the rest, that second body and second onward body, they remains.
Yeah.
Okay, and they have that habit pattern, or some eating like a food, whatever food they like, the desire still is there in the second body. Okay, so in some Hindu customs, they offer the favorite food you might have seen to the rooftop by the family members, and there's some birds come and eat those food, and they say, oh, bird, the soul, they become bird and came and eating it. Is nonsense. Okay, so the soul doesn't convert it into bird. What happens is you don't have the physical body, but you want to enjoy food. Suppose somebody likes to eat fish fry. Okay, favorite food. Okay. So they offer fish fry on the rooftop. So what happens is they don't have physical body. They come and move around that place. Similar type of orb, but bigger size. The weight is about 52 grams, little bigger. Sometimes they have a shape of the body also, because all aura is there. Slowly it comes down and form that globe. So they move around that food and smell that food. By smelling, they get a satisfaction of having the food. That's why we call it granam adha bhojanam. Smelling is half food taken.
Achha.
Because they have actually mouth to eat, no? Where they will digest. Just by smelling, they get the satisfaction of having the food. Okay. And then when they finish, they move away. They are satisfied. As if you have eaten, your stomach is full. Normally we say, we leave the food plate or whatever it is. Similarly, they leave the place. The birds, they can see the energy body, because their vibrations is higher.
Yeah.
They can see that somebody is coming and moving around of that food. So when they leave it, that time they jump and eat that food. Okay. So what I'm saying is, those souls, they don't come as a bird. The bird, they can see that particular soul is coming and roaming around that place. They wait till they finish. And then when that left, it is satisfied, and then they get into that. So that is a right understanding of what is happening there. Okay, Sonali?
No, no, but I am asking you, after 13 days, do you miss our relatives, relations and all that?
They go into Pitriloka. Pitrulok, higher dimension.
But at that time, do you miss our relations? Do
I
you
could
miss
not,
our relations, relatives and all that? Do
Oh,
we?
yes. Yes.
Okay. We
No,
miss our
your
relations
question
and
is, no, you mean to say after they depart, whether the relationship is still, they are aware of the relationships or not?
do we miss that?
Yeah, relationships are still there.
I mean, after 13 days of death.
Yes, they go into they lose that two bodies.
See, if I'm having husband, do I miss my husband after 13 days? Yeah, but do you miss it for that relations or
Your
that
question
person
is
or
not
something
clear.
like that? That is what I am asking. After 13
We are
days of
talking
my
one
death.
question here.
No, I am asking after 13. Huh? No,
Yes.
I am asking
Yeah.
after 13 days of my death.
After 13 days, you can visit any place. Yes.
Do I miss my relation? I
You
can't hear you.
can. It's your will.
Do
Yes,
I
you
miss
can.
my relations?
Whether you
My
miss,
husband,
whether you miss your relation or not.
Acha.
Whether you miss your relation or not. That's what
Yeah.
it's up to you.
Yes. That is what I am
It is
asking.
up to you.
Yes,
At the time of living, whatever
yes.
you are feeling, after death also you can feel similar way. You can visit that place, you can be with your relatives, but you don't have the physical body, that's it.
Oh,
It is your choice. What do you feel? It is up to you.
yeah.
Like now, what you feel, it is up to you.
Okay.
If you wanted to meet somebody, you can go and meet somebody
Yes.
with your physical body. And that time you don't have physical body. You go as an orb and meet.
In a spiritual state, when I'm Atma or something like that, when I'm just not, I don't have body, but mentally I will be missing worldly relations, my relatives and all that. So that won't be a good situation, no?
It's nothing about good and bad.
You understand my point?
Yeah, I understand your point. I will listen very carefully. Okay. So, can you silent your microphone? I will explain the whole process. Okay. Just silent
thank
your
you.
microphone. It is coming, some broken voice is coming. Just, yeah, I will explain it to you. See, what happens is when we will die, our soul chooses. It is not an accident and we'll feel sad what happened and something has a dump on us. It is not the right understanding. We choose when to leave. We come for a mission, we come for an experience. When the experience is over, we leave. God is not punishing us by death. That is a fundamental understanding, make it clear. Just like suppose somebody is, leaving the house forever, because that is they have chosen to leave the house. It is their choice. After leaving, when you miss or not, it is up to you. You may miss it. It's okay. That's fine. Okay, but it is your choice to leave or not to leave the house or not to leave the relatives. So most of the times what happens is whatever your work is there, it is over. Okay, so you have to move on to your next assignment, soul point of view. So you take another part and do that assignment. So you don't stick to the same, framework all the time. Like you are in, say, I give example of the class, it is easier to understand. You are in class 5. Now you have now graduated, you have gone to class 6, and you are getting a new teacher, new these things. You may ask, I can miss my class 5 teacher, maybe, but that will not help you. You need to grow. You need to go to the next class and next higher one. If you stick to the lower one, you will be failed. No need to fail to be with the same teacher. That's not you came for. If you miss something, okay, few days you may miss your teacher, then you will be busy with your new assignment and your new class, and that's it. But initially you do miss, and that is normal. But that does not mean you have to fail and go back to the same class and do the same experience and again and again. So this is the understanding how soul grows. Time of the death also defined by the soul. So it is not an accident. If you still something is balanced, if some karma to be with other relatives and all, you will not die. You will finish it before you go leave the body. And in other cases, in case you have strong desire, because of something that you don't want to leave, they take birth again in the family. That is also possible. You can take birth as a family as a grandchild, maybe your son or daughter's daughter or something like that. So those are all possible. But at the time of thing, if it is missing something, does not mean you have to go back. Okay, that's why I've given an example of the class and school, and that's how it works. We have all the experiences, and that's it. We graduate and it's over. So that's how it is. But there is a possible that some period of time you may not take any birth at all. It can go to a few years, a few 100 years. Okay. During that period, if you wish, you can visit your family members as an orb that I showed you. Go there and feel their company. Suppose they are having some marriage ceremony. You can go as an orb and attend that. I have showed you one of the marriage ceremony. I'm blessing that bride. And so many relatives and all who, past relatives, forefathers, they are coming and blessing the bride. That's quite normal. And also, I'm telling you another thing, that if somebody has incarnated, already taken another birth, they can also come as an orb. It cannot stop them to do that. In a higher soul level, you can operate one body and you can still be attending other souls, other conference. That is also possible. Means what indirectly I'm saying, that soul is not bound by a single body. It's just a one representative of your body. What you are saying that I leave that family, etc., at soul level you meet all the time. Maybe you are already meeting, and after death also you will meet at the soul level. Basically, you are not losing anyone. All the time they are available at the soul level to meet, interact, and enjoy the company. That is always there, even now. Without death also it is there. You can have some kind of virtual tea party with your grandfather, grandmother, and come back. So there is nothing for sort of thing called loss. They must have lived their body when you were in child. That's okay. But you can still have access. Every night, that during deep sleep, when your soul leaves, you can meet with your forefathers, even to whom you didn't see in your lifetime. Those are all possible. Even those grandfather, grandmother taken a birth elsewhere, still you can meet at that level. So these are all possibilities, and these are happen. And because our idea that soul is inside the body and time frame is linear in our place, that's why we cannot understand how this can work. So this is the fact. You are not missing anyone at the soul level. Everybody is available all the time, because that is an eternal now moment. Everything is available. So you can go access, enjoy, and come back the company. So in that case, you don't miss anyone. But of course, physical things, suppose you like to read one book. So some people, they visit their book or like to visit one particular place. They can come there to feel that ambience. That's it. But personal wise, everybody, they can meet at the soul level. No issues, no restrictions. Okay, Sonali, that clarifies. Okay, all
Yes,
right.
sir.
God
Yes,
bless you.
Guruji.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any other question in this
Thank you.
regard?
Yes, Guruji.
So, Guruji, what is this Pitu Paksha?
Hariom, go ahead. Manali, I'll come back to you. Yeah.
Guruji, then what is this Pitu Paksha which is likely to come in the next 15 days? What is that? And
Mhm.
is it correct to observe that, or what is the?
Okay. Don't go to correct or not correct business. Okay. Means I'm just telling you what happens. Means I'm just avoiding the question why some people they don't follow. I'm not going in there. Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going correct or not correct. I'm telling you the facts. Okay. After as I explained, after a physical death, then 11 to 13 days, that next body is there. They're attached with the family and, they lost the body. And during the transition, they frequently visit the place they live, they try to meet with the thing, even try to have food with them, what they are habituated in doing. That is what I explained about in Pitrupaksh. Sorry, you are talking about Pitrupaksh. Or
Yes, Guruji.
after.
Every year we get Pitu Paksha.
Oh, okay.
It comes.
Okay, sorry. No, sorry. Drop that. What I explained. I was telling Shraddh means after death, what we do. Okay. Pitrupaksh, what happens is that there is certain point of time of the year, okay, because of the planetary position, moon and all those kind of things, the two layer comes very close, your art plane and the Pitrupaksh. It will be easier for people to interact and travel and things like that. So that is why we pray for our forefathers, and they have very easily, they can come and meet us during that time. Because it is very close, the two layers, astral plane and the physical plane got very close. It will be easier to travel from one another and you can interact. There's a more chances of meeting with your forefathers at that particular period of time rather than any time else. But if you are spiritually aware, you can meet them anytime. That's not an issue. But that's why that in the Hinduism, the ritual is to do this pujas and all, so that it helped that other forefathers also to, if they need anything from us or any kind of prayer from us, that is the time that is the opportunity we give them so that they can move further to their journey. That is the significance of Pitrupaksh, what we do every year.
And when you die, only the second layer is roaming around. The 4 to 6 have gone up, or it is just 2 to 7 are around. For
No, 2
13
to
days.
7 is a background. 2 to 6 they are with that. 2 to 6. Yeah.
So they are around for 13 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then
And
2 also goes. Only 3 to 6 remains.
2 also goes, only 3 to 6 remain. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. That 2 goes into the energy pool of sun. Goes back to the energy.
Just Guruji, now normally they say 5 koshas, and we are
Yeah.
defining 7 bodies.
Correct.
So how do you correlate these 5 koshas with them? Physical
Yeah.
body
First
can be
5.
called Annamaya kosha.
Yeah. First 5 body represent Panchakosha. Physical
Okay.
body is called Annamaya Kosha, and an energy body called Pranamaya Kosha, emotional body called Monamaya Kosha, and knowledge body is called Jnanamaya or Vijnanamaya Kosha. And then the cosmic body, that is a causal body, that is known as Anandamaya Kosha. When that gets cleaned, it becomes a bliss body. Anandamaya Kosha is representing that. Okay, so this Vedanta, they have this 5 kosha system. Means you can say 5 and above is the 5th body.
Okay.
Annamaya kosha is 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
That's the
Understood.
understanding if you want to correlate.
Thank you, Guru. Thank you so much.
Okay, all right. Okay, Monali, go ahead with your question.
Yes, Guruji. Guruji, I just want to ask that you say that when we remember our forefather, our parents, we should always give them our love energy.
Yeah.
But if
Yes.
I'm feeling sad, I was very close to my mother always. So when I'm feeling sad and she knows that I'm having so many misfortunes, so does this my sadness or my misfortune affect them in their soul level? Because I don't want that. I want her to be happy.
No, let me answer this way. Whether your sadness affect their progress? No. Whether your sadness they can feel? Yes.
Okay.
They can feel, but they don't not necessarily they affected by it.
Okay.
Because there you get detached. Anyway, you are detached from your body, detached from everything. So you don't need to. They can feel your pain. They also send you love and, like that, they try to, give you solace that we are there, don't worry, and,
Okay.
take it easy, take your life easy. Okay, so
Okay.
something like that. But they don't get affected by it. Yeah,
Okay.
no, it doesn't harm them.
Okay.
Or in other way, you don't have any capacity to harm them.
Okay. So it doesn't affect them, my sadness, or I mean just telling in
No,
general.
they can feel that. They can feel that
Okay.
you are undergoing a bad patch in your life. They can feel that. But for them, for their progress or their path, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Okay. All right.
No, I am going to say that do they feel sad also at that time for us or nothing like do they feel sad that Monali is saying when she is sad for her mother and when she is my sister to my
Mm.
mother?
No, they have a
Does my mother
empathetic.
also feel sad
They
for
don't
us,
feel sad, but they can feel your sadness.
Guruji?
They themselves they don't feel sad,
Guruji,
but they can feel
oh,
that you are not happy. They can feel that.
but
They don't.
Guruji, do they help you in that case?
Just one, Madhu, I'll come back to it.
Okay.
Sonali, that answers your question. Okay, thank you. Yes, Madhu.
Guruji,
Yes, yes.
if
Thank
our ancestors, they feel sorry for us, they feel the sadness or our feeling, they feel, do they help us if we are,
Yes, yes. Yeah. They help you. Okay. They help you. They can, you can feel some reassurance or something. They send some kind of signals. Those are possible. That we are with you. Don't worry. Take it easy and things like that. Let me give an example. It will be clear. Suppose your son is going for class 10th exam.
right?
Okay. Okay, something, he tried his best to prepare something, but what question will come, you don't know. Neither you have a control. And that exam, you cannot go and sit on his behalf and appear in the exam. So exam, he has to face.
Correct.
Okay. You can feel what your son is feeling. Little nervous, what will come, anxiety, the first board exam or something like that. You can feel that, but you yourself don't affected by it. You don't have nervous breakdown because your son is going to for the exam, right? You don't fall sick or ill because your son is appearing. Same here.
Rather, we bless.
Yeah. You try to say, sure, okay, don't worry, appear in the exam, and you have prepared yourself enough. And those questions, you just come down and read the question and don't get nervous and things like that. No, so you give that assurance to your child. No? Same here. And the other side also, they try to assure you. So take it easy, it's okay. And even if you fail, don't worry. You appear again, no issues. But you give your best.
Guruji, to what level our ancestors help us? Our like my mother, my mother's mother, or our grandparents, they all to whom we have not
Yeah.
seen, but then
They
they
can
help.
help. They can help, but they don't interfere. Yeah. You have a free will. They don't impose their will on you.
And one more question, Guruji. Like you said, when somebody dies, we offer the kind of food he likes. We keep it on the roof. If we give that kind of food to a pandit or some other poor person, even that helps.
No, that helps for as a good cause, but that is for a different reason. They wanted to have the food, so you offer it in the rooftop. They can accessibility is clear, so they can come and roam around, something like that.
Okay.
The purpose is different, but always you can do charity, and it will help to give the charity in their name and donate something, feed Brahman, and all. That's fine. That's a good karma. That is good thing. But that ritual is something different. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji.
Okay.
Guruji, I have a
God
question.
bless you. Okay. Any other question?
Guruji, I have a question.
Yes, Rashmi.
You said we'll have to
Go ahead, Rashmi.
we have to keep the food outside for them to take. Is that mandatory when they're in R? They can take it anywhere, right?
Yeah. No,
So
this is
should
not
we
mandatory. It's a ritual. I'm just
Okay.
explaining what is the significance of the ritual. If in your culture it is not there, just don't do it. It's okay. No, it's fine.
Okay.
You don't have to. But I'm just saying that those who do, what is the purpose of that? It is quite possible they offered the food and that departed soul that not came there, not even for a one. That is also a possibility.
Another question I have, Guruji.
Yes.
They say when somebody departs, for example, my mother passed away, only the sons are eligible for doing the rituals. So, is that true? The moment the daughters are married, they are not following that system. So, how do we explain?
Okay. You see that in a policy of our group, I have told I will not comment on any religious or any particular custom. Okay. So I will not talk about that. Only I'll talk about in the spiritual point of view. Spiritual point of view, it does not matter man or woman or son or daughter. They are all same.
Okay.
We choose which will be our gender in the next birth. Soul-wise, there is no gender discrimination.
Okay.
From soul point of view, this discrimination is nonsense. Okay.
Okay.
So there is no, spiritual reason that cannot happen. Okay. So it is all equal. We choose our one life. We can choose as a male, another life as a female, and so on and so forth. We have a choice. So when we incarnate, then there is no point from the soul point of view or spiritual point of view. Anybody will be anything different from anyone, whether it is skin color, whether it is a look or nothing from soul point of view. Because what we are discriminating against, maybe in the next life we have to come into that form. And in fact, soul does that, to have that experience, to come to the maturity that this doesn't matter. Okay, so they take different baths in the different caste system, different type of skin color, different nationality, different economic level, different intellectual level. Some people take baths as stupid just to have an experience how it feels like to be other side. Okay, so that's how it works. So for me, from spiritual point of view, anybody can do that ritual. Means any son or daughter, both are equally empowered to do that.
Thank you so much, Guruji.
Okay, thank you.
Rajdeep, I have a question.
Yes, right.
You see, we hear about Pitru Dosh,
Yeah.
The Pandit or many people say that you have got Pitru Dosh and you have to do the rituals during this Pitru Paksh, which is, I think, any time now, maybe 15 days after from today.
Yeah.
So what is the significance of this Pitru Dosh and how do we get over them with rituals? I mean,
Okay.
I know you won't comment on rituals, but Just trying to understand from the spirituality point of view.
Yeah. So, see, Pitrudosh is meant by maybe your father has taken some loan but not repaid. You have an option to repay it and get your father clear from his debt. That is understanding. Okay. So there is some kind of rituals have been developed so that you energetically you can balance it. So that for that your father need not to take birth again to repay the debt. So that way you are helping your father to move forward so that he need not to come back just to settle the debt. That is a spiritual understanding. Okay, now whether it's effective or not, whether without that you cannot do in other way or not, that's a different question. Okay. To me, spiritually speaking, you can do even without going through the ritual. You can do that simply by prayer.
Okay.
You can connect to your forefathers, and if they, if they are willing, you can get the glimpse what need to be done, and it can be done. Okay. So that is all possible. But that particular Pitrudosh is that something is not settled energetically. There is some imbalance there in your family. So you are on their behalf, you are doing it. Like it's a collective debt or something, you are repaying. That's it.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Guruji, I have a question, Guruji.
Yeah.
So sometimes we hear about a curse that has been passed through generation. We call it like a shabam in Tamil. How true is that, Guruji? And is there something, because when they read a kundli or something, they say some ancestors have done something, and sometimes you have to pay the price. Is that true?
Yes and no. So, see, let us understand from the other side. Every family has some kind of pattern. It can be good or bad. In this higher dimension, there is no good or bad thing. Maybe a family tree wanted to experience something. Okay, so they have something in the family agenda. So you can call it a curse or you can call it a blessing, it's up to you. Okay, but they haven't tried to experience something. So what happens before you take birth? You have a choice to join that or not, that family. If you join, then you collectively inherit that. Then it will be put it as a part of your DNA. When you take birth, the DNA, when the designing will be done, that will be part of that. Okay, so that's why it comes, some of the aspects you choose to experience as a part of that family.
Right.
Okay, suppose I'm just saying, Manav, you have to unmute and ask me the question. I don't normally read all this thing written there. Okay, after this question, Manav, you unmute and ask me this question. Okay, now Sulava, to answer your question. So we choose whether we need to go into that or not, that family thing. Okay, so if we accept it, then it becomes a part of our responsibility to go into that. Suppose I'm just giving some kind of some funny example to make it understand. Suppose one family decided that all in their family, their height will be 6 feet and above. That is their characteristics. Okay. Now, when you take birth into that family, you will automatically get 6 feet height, whether you like it or not after birth. You can call it as a curse. Why everybody is so tall? I'm not getting a match for marriage. That's a different issue. But you choose to come into that family, that characteristic you have chosen to get adopted into that one. That you cannot get away after taking birth. But before birth, you have a choice. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, Sulava?
Thank you, Guruji. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Manav. Preeti ji, I'll come back to you. Manav?
Yes, sir. So I just want to ask that, as you said, they feel the sadness for us and they know everything. So I just want to know that whether we follow a right path or wrong path. So how we are getting protected by our ancestors, so that yes, the path we have chosen is right for us or wrong for us. So how they are protecting us?
No, they are not protecting you. You have to protect yourself. Okay, you have a free will. They cannot interfere. Okay. So if you seek their guidance through prayer, you will get their guidance, blessings. That way you will get protected yourself. But you have to ask for it. Okay, you have to pray and ask it, take, the prayer through that, the blessings of the forefathers. In some cultures, they ritualistically do it before any kind of good ceremony in the family. Like before marriage, they take the blessings of all forefathers. So this kind of thing. So you have to ask for their blessings. They cannot protect you as physically because you have a free will. If you like to jump from 10-story building, they cannot come and stop you there. Okay, because mind is controlling you that time. But in your normal course of time, you can always seek their blessings. So their blessings will be there with you energetically. Okay, so they can protect you not physically, but energetically. How they can do is they allow so that no, some kind of dark energy or black energy is coming and interfering in your life. They can protect you from that. Somebody is doing black magic, they can protect you from that because that is the energy level. They can do that. Okay, so this way they will protect you, but not physically. Physically, you are under control of your ego mind and you have a free will. They cannot interfere. So you have to seek their blessings, take that way they can energetically protect you and you lead your life.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Okay. Preeti, okay.
Guruji,
Please ask your question.
yeah, my problem is same. You see, like we have few properties in a in-laws name, mother-in-law and father-in-law. It's years, like for 20 years they were expired. Till now, we are not able to sell one property, single piece also from that. Do we have to change the names from their in-laws to our name, or do we have to do some rituals or anything you can suggest to sell those properties or
This
something?
this is a legal issue. I cannot suggest,
No, no.
on this matter.
To get
Yeah.
ashirwads from there, are they hindering with their names?
No, 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 no. I understood. No, they are not hindering anything. It was in their name they left the body. So whatever in their name now, if you wanted to utilize that, go in the legal way and get it settled. I think that is possible. Okay, but they are not stopping. This is not a right understanding. Okay? They are stopping you to get their property. What they will do with their property? They don't need it.
Or do we have to get more blessings or something like do rituals?
No, you can. You can pray to them so that all legal process completes smoothly. That you can do. Okay, but reverse is not true. They are not stopping you to have it.
Okay.
They already move on. You just use your own the legal or things to get it settled, and you can transfer it to your name, give an appeal to the court and whatsoever. Those are possible. Those are legal channels, and you put their death certificate saying they are left and we are the legal heir or of this property, and that can be done. Okay, but they are not stopping. But you can always take their blessings so that from your side you are clean. You are not feel like you are their property you are taking or that kind of stuff.
No,
That
we
is,
don't have anything of that sort in our heart. Yeah, they were also pure souls, and we are also, like still we get blessings from we try to get blessings
yeah.
from them.
Just pray to them and go ahead with your legal thing. Ask the lawyer to what is the process and do the process through court.
Okay. That's
Okay.
all. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right.
Guruji, sorry, I have another question, Guruji.
Sure, go ahead.
There was this question about family. So I thought we are all souls, individual souls. So do we collectively make it as a family of souls? How does that work?
Yeah, good question. There is something called soul family, soul group. they take birth and the different forms and the different things, that is quite possible. Okay. So there is a soul family, they take, lifetime after lifetime different. That's what I was earlier saying, that some grandmother can, choose to be in the family again as a granddaughter. It's quite possible. Okay. So they are within the same group experiencing different relationships. Okay. So these are all possibilities. So, and normally these soul groups are there. They choose to take birth and have that experience many lifetimes together. That's quite possible. Okay. That's normal.
Thank you.
They don't have to, means it is not that nobody can leave this group. It's not that, but they choose to be in the group.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sir, I have one question.
I have one question.
Okay. Narvekar, and who else? Okay, Narvekar, go ahead. Uma, I'll come back to you. Narvekar, go ahead.
Yeah. Since we are talking about the departed souls and see, suppose like some soul who's already departed, not actually your family member or anything, because in a professional thing or in personal thing you deal with so many people.
Yeah.
And you have exercise. I mean, you can like some deal or maybe some personal agreement. The other party try to deal. They breach the contract or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have exercised that power of penalizing them. When you have option, you can penalize them or you don't penalize them. Of course, the penalty is whatever, it's not very significant or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe at some later stage, I feel that, okay, I should have said, okay, let it go. I should not have penalized them. But, so maybe sometimes I think, okay, what I did was not right. I had power to forget it, but I did not. So such thing, like you think that, okay, that soul maybe not really, I have not very good relation with that particular soul.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it bothers, sometimes it not. I know it's not very thing, but that thought comes to your mind that, okay, that soul, you should have made peace with him. How we can do that?
See, this is called, forget about your particular example, okay? For any case, okay, suppose you see some kind of clash happen, some kind of, disagreement happened or something happened. You feel it could have been done better or some mistake has happened from your side. In that case, you can make amends, okay? You can make amends there. If it is a living person, then you can just, part of the amendment process is you just call or contact directly, just say, I'm sorry, and matter ends there. You have to say sorry, not ask. You have to ask for forgiveness, not to get forgiveness, okay? Energetically, you're disconnected. You say sorry for that. Whether that person respond to you shouting at you, or they say, oh, it doesn't matter, I even forget about all these things. All are possibilities. So this is called making amends. Why we need to make amends? Because we need to clean our energy system. This becomes our blocks for our growth. We need to get out of the guilt, shame, or any kind of this kind of feeling within us. So this is our energetic cleansing process. We call making amends. Things got tricky if that person is no longer in the physical body.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is where your question is. Still, you have to make amends, but this time you have to make amends like a prayer. Okay. You have to sit down, particularly with the purpose. You have to say, this is what has happened, knowingly, unknowingly. I might have done something wrong to you. I am sorry for that. I unconditionally ask forgiveness from you. Okay, so you do it in the prayer, and if necessary, do it three times or 4 times till you get out of that feeling. You have to
Okay.
confirm what the other person, how do I know actually forgiven or doesn't matter. You have to just ask for it so that it cleans your system. It doesn't matter whether the other person deserves it or not, whether actually forgiven or not, doesn't matter. It is the cleansing of your system. Okay, so that is the way to make amends.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. Yes, Uma, go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to share the experience. Actually,
Yeah.
whenever I see deep in the sky, I will I will be able to see pranic energy. With that, I will always see sometimes I will see two bubbles like circles. One is transparent and one is with the dot. Is that a orb or anything? I couldn't understand,
Yeah,
sir.
no, it is
Is
possible. It's possible it's orb, but let us not go into the characteristics of the orbs and what does that mean, and don't bust your brain with it. Just say it is some entities and they are visiting you and they are harmless. It's just say thank you for visiting
it's
like that.
very small orbs. It's very
Doesn't
small.
matter. It can be small, it can be big like a football, but doesn't matter.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
it is their choice how they look like, you know. Like in the physical body, we can be thin and we can be fat also. So it doesn't matter how you appear. But it is like a entity, it is a personality. So you just talking to that personality. I say thank you for visiting. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
That's it. But as you are saying, we can see the orb in the naked eye if we raise our vibration. PVF is high at a certain level. You can see people's aura. You can see the orbs in the naked eye. All are possible. And then you are talking about that the pranic energy. It can be seen like a small what is called small from the egg when the fish starts or the frog.
Silver,
Hmm?
silverfish like that, sir.
Yeah, just with a head and little tail, that kind of stuff. Yeah, yeah,
Larva.
yeah, yeah. So they in the air you can see those kind of things. Those are the pranic energies. So that you can see in the naked eye if your vibration is higher. Even some people normally they don't see, but when they sneeze and do something, suddenly they see some those kind of things flying here and there. So those are the pranic energies in the air. When you breathe in, they get enter into our body. Those are the energy forms. Okay, all right. Any other question? So it is good that learning session was limited so that we can answer a lot of questions because this area is
Sir.
very much fertile area. Yes, Shweta, you want to ask something?
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, sir, I thank you so much, sir, again for this Guru Tattva. As you say that this is Guru Tattva.
Yes,
This
yes.
immense unconditional love. Okay, sir, I wanted to ask then this whole life is like a soul contract, getting birth here and everything, the choosing the family and everything. So
Yeah,
it is very important to clean ourselves energetically as much as we can
correct.
and settle the karma, sir.
Yeah,
That is the main goal. That is we are looking at very physical level that suppose somebody is saying my goal is to become IAS officer, but the
yeah,
main goal of life is to settle the karma, right?
that's correct. Your purpose of life is to settle all the karma, get liberated from it. Okay. And then when all these karmas are settled, then you get a chance to move higher and the exit path so that you don't have to come back in the life and death cycle. So that is the purpose of human life. So, and because end of the experiences, we have to go back to the source. That's it. That's the only way. There is no other way. Earlier we
sir,
realized it's better.
yes, sir. And this deep sleep, there was a slide in which there was about the deep sleep, sir. So that can be achieved without getting into coma state also, because you were saying
Oh,
that
yes. What I'm saying is that deep sleep, every night we go through, whether you like it or not. What I'm saying is it is similar to coma. Coma means they don't get up for days. We get up after a few hours, right? But in the coma, they cannot get up. But the state they are in is similar to our deep sleep.
Okay, so that in that deep sleep, the soul is active and
Leaves your body. Yeah. Leaves your body. Suppose you are planning to visit some place tomorrow. Your soul will go and do some kind of Reiki one day before. Okay. And came back. So next day when you visit, you say, "Oh, ये बहुत जान पहचाना लग रहा है ना?" You have a deja vu experience. Those are happens because your soul has already visited that place the night before. And then when you see it, you've never been there, but it looks like familiar.
And sir, one thing I would like to share that this thing that you clear that people talk about that soul has taken this form of bird and they have come after that. So it is so relieving because everyone was talking after our grandmother left. They were talking. She's the cat you see. She have taken the form and moving, and I was afraid like why they are talking like this. Why the soul have chosen to be a
All
cat?
nonsense. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
Okay. God bless you. Fine. So if there is no other question, we'll go into our Kriya and meditation. Just sit straight and breathe in and breathe out to relax yourself. Now take a deep breath in for Om chanting. Uh...